half of the US population will be wiped out. That is what one very well-known investor said recently. Hey everybody, you're watching Bull, Boom, Bear Bust, back with another dose of economic reality. I'm going to tell you who said that here in just a minute, but I would urge everyone to be very cautious in the markets if you're investing, because we did see kind of a rally on Wall Street last week in the markets, but sometimes markets can be deceiving because of all of the money creation behind the scenes and manipulation. And be very cautious because sometimes something can seem like not a very big deal, but then it turns out to be kind of a big deal, like this. Now, that fish in that video almost seems too big to be real, but keep in mind, markets aren't real either. So sometimes what seems calm and safe, you never know what's lurking underneath the surface. And there could be another rug pull at any moment because of the way this economy and the way these markets are being propped up right now. Now, let's talk about what famed author investor Robert Kiyosaki said. Now, MoneyWise did a recent article on his comments, and Kiyosaki basically said 50% of the US population will be wiped out. And that seems like a big number, 50%, but it shouldn't be too surprising if you know that most consumers do live paycheck to paycheck. And anytime you have that situation with people with very low savings living paycheck to paycheck, it only takes some minor disruption or one or two missed paychecks before people are begging for help. They're begging for money. They can't pay their bills. They can't pay their utilities. Their payments are late. And how much longer are people going to be able to keep up with this rising cost of living with these high prices when most people are, for the most part, tapped out? Um, Savings has plunged now to levels that we haven't seen since the Great Recession or financial crisis. And prices don't seem to be coming down in most categories. In a recent interview, Kiyosaki said, quote, when inflation goes up, we're going to wipe out 50% of the population, unquote. He said that in an interview with Stansberry Research. He continues, quote, America has stopped producing products. We produce bubbles. The average American doesn't have $1,000. And he continues, quote, we don't have a retirement. Our pensions are bust. He continues, the good thing about a bubble is when they burst, everything goes on sale. Now, my question is, when everything goes on sale, as Kiyosaki says, how many people will be in a position to actually make the purchase? Not many people will have cash. Not many people will have good enough credit to get a loan or a mortgage. And in my opinion, any bursting of any bubble or multiple bubbles in this case could be the next phase of the wealth transfer, where the already wealthy get even wealthier and they scoop up assets when they're on sale, because it is the mega wealthy that will have cash, that will be in the strongest position to scoop up any deals when the bubble finally does go bust. But you see, most people are completely unaware of this. They're unaware that this is even happening. So our listeners here in this channel today, I think we will be in a much stronger position than most other people in this country, because we know how the game is played. So continue to have cash available in case there is a bubble bust, but also try to ride the bull and look for ways to make money in this inflationary environment. If you would have had cash, then you would be in a much better position now, even in the stock market with the way stocks came down. Some major stocks are down 50, 60, 70, even 80%. And will you be in a position to purchase a home, maybe even a second home or an investment home, when the housing market corrects? Or are all the cash buyers going to come in and prevent prices from falling very far? To me, that's a very real scenario. Is there's so much money on the sidelines that home price correction will be very limited to the downside. And what if Kiyosaki is underestimating this bust, and maybe it'll be more than 50% of the US population will be wiped out? I think it's a very real possibility that we could be entering Great Depression 2.0, especially if they continue to pull the rug on this economy and they stop all the money creation and support for the markets and the economy as a whole. And recently, we're seeing more layoffs and hiring freezes out of big companies. And the bulk of these layoffs announced in recent weeks has come from the tech and real estate companies, companies including Netflix, JP Morgan Chase with their mortgage industry laying off hundreds of staff, Tesla, Compass Realty, Redfin, and even Coinbase. So, folks, continue to prepare. It's going to be a very interesting week ahead as we close out the month of June. Please make sure that you like and subscribe so you can come back for more of these updates as we get into a lot of different areas of the economy, including the housing market, the stock market, investing, US, and also macroeconomics here on Bull Boom Bear Bust. Talk to you very, very soon. Keep stacking. Bye for now. Peace.